Hi folks, welcome back to another video. We have a lot of exciting news about the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G and the non-5G variant. It was a day full of developments. We got a couple of updates about the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G and I am going to put them all down here one by one. Before I go ahead, it would be massively appreciated if you guys can hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to turn on the notifications. And also, if you find this video useful at some point, please make sure that you hit the like button as well. Alright, so the Galaxy A52 and the A52 5G, these devices are all set to come out. And now that we have the Redmi Note 10 series out, the interest in the Samsung Galaxy A52 and the A72 has increased enormously, because now it would be the real test of Samsung. What phones are we about to see, and if these upcoming phones will be able to stand next to the Redmi Note series or not. Anyways, the very first development that happened earlier today is regarding the sale listing of the Galaxy A52 5G. There is this store in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia where the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G is listed, and the listing is surprisingly still live. According to this listing on the Jareer bookstore, the Galaxy A52 5G costs around 1649 SAR. I converted it to the US dollars and it becomes around 439 US dollars. And I'll convert this price for a few other countries and mention it right here on the screen. Anyways, this listing does not only expose the price of this phone, we are talking about the 5G variant. This also exposes the complete specifications of this phone. At this point, there is a very little left to the imagination. The time for the guesses and the speculation seems to be over now, because the listing looks like it mentions the official and the confirmed specifications of this phone. So I will tell you what are going to be the differences between the Galaxy A52 and the 5G variant, but for the most part these are going to be the same devices. On both the 4G and the 5G A52, we are going to get a 6.5 inches Super AMOLED panel. It's going to be a full HD panel, and it's going to have the same tiny the camera drop on the front. The dot drop camera is going to be there, and the bezel profile is going to be similar to what we saw on the Samsung Galaxy A51 last year. Now the 4G variant is going to have a refresh rate of 90 Hz, and the 5G variant is going to have a better refresh rate of 120 Hz. It's really good to see the flagship goodies making their way to Samsung's mid-range devices, and it's certainly a good news for the future mid-range devices, because the race has just begun. And after the Redmi Note 10 series, especially after seeing what Redmi has done with its Note 10 series, there is no doubt that the future mid-range phones from all the brands are going to be really competitive. Anyways, getting back to the processor of the phone, the 5G A52 is going to have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 750G chipset because it's 5G compatible, and the non-5G variant is going to have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G chipset. Last year we saw the Exynos chipset on the Galaxy A51. Personally, I'm not a fan of the Exynos chipsets. At least I wasn't a fan until the Exynos 2100 came out. So it's really good to see the Snapdragon chipset making its way to the Samsung's mid-range lineup as well. Moving on to the cameras, according to Roland Quant, who is a famous leakster, the Galaxy A52 is going to have a quad camera setup at the back. The main camera is going to be a 64 megapixel sensor. It's going to have the optical image stabilization. Now the optical image stabilization is going to be available on a mid-range Samsung phone for the very first time, and this is yet another reason to love the upcoming Samsung Galaxy A52. There is going to be a 12 megapixels ultra-wide, 5 megapixels macro and 5 megapixels depth camera. Other than that, there is going to be a 32 megapixels camera on the front. Now this phone is going to be 4K video recording capable, and I believe it's going to support up to 30 frames per second in the 4K resolution. The availability of 60 frames per second still remains a mystery, and in case you forgot, I kept talking about the availability of the 60 frames per second on the Samsung Galaxy A71 and A51 back in the day, but we did not have this option on those phones. So I really wish and I really hope that we get at least the 1080p at 60 frames per second in the Galaxy A52 and the Galaxy A52 5G, or at least in the Samsung Galaxy A72. The battery in this phone is going to be 4500 mAh, which is again going to be an upgrade as compared to the 4000 mAh battery of the Samsung Galaxy A51. On the top of that, we are about to get a 25 watt super fast charger with the Galaxy A52 as compared to the 15 watt charger of the Samsung Galaxy A51. So there are so many upgrades. The Galaxy A52 is going to be a massively upgraded device over the Samsung Galaxy A51, and I think there isn't going to be a single reason which should stop you from upgrading to the Samsung Galaxy A52. Only time will tell what the real device turns out to be, but the specifications of this phone on the paper so far look promising. Obviously, we cannot directly compare these devices to the Redmi smartphones, at least right now, because Samsung has its own brand value and the pricing of Samsung phones also revolves around the Samsung brand value. So it's not a really good idea to expect Samsung to give us the Galaxy A52 in a price lower than the Redmi Note 10 Pro, because that's Samsung after all. Anyways, as far as the storage and the RAM is concerned, the A52 5G's listed storage is 128 gigabytes and its RAM is 8 gigabytes, and I believe there is going to be a 6 gigabytes RAM variant of this phone as well. This phone is going to be IP67 certified as well, which again is a flagship feature. Remember that Galaxy A51 and the A71 were not water resistant, so this is another good thing about the upcoming Samsung Galaxy A52 smartphone. This phone is going to be available in the purple, in the black, blue, and I think in the white color, and these are named as awesome colors. The UAE support page of the Galaxy A52 and the A72 went live today as well, and this page did not only mention the phones, it did list the images of the phones as well. The front of the Galaxy A52 and the A72 has been revealed in the official images, the official renders, and they look exactly the same as what we saw back in the day from Eve Leaks and On Leaks. But there is something else that just passed my eyes on Twitter. I was just scrolling my timeline and I follow a number of leaksters on Twitter, and there is this certain image which shows the Galaxy A52 and the A72, and in the same image you can see an S Pen. Any guesses what the S Pen is doing here? I don't want to believe that the S Pen support is going to be there on the Galaxy A52 5G or the A72 5G, but even then the S Pen here raises a lot of questions. Maybe Samsung puts the S Pen support on one of these smartphones, or maybe on the 5G variants only, but that remains a mystery, and I think it's only good enough to make the guesses for now. We shouldn't really keep our expectations really high, because high expectations can often lead to disappointments. Anyways, that's all about the Samsung Galaxy A52 and the Galaxy A52 5G. The information that's available right now. I am working on a similar video for the Samsung Galaxy A72 as well. Galaxy A72 is also going to offer massive upgrades over the Galaxy A71. So stay tuned if you want to know all about the Samsung Galaxy A72 as well. Let me know about your thoughts on these upcoming phones, and drop your feedback about this video in the comment section down below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the like button too. With that said, I will sign off and see you all in the next one.